You became fluent in "I understand," expert in excusing their behavior, master of the apology that was never yours to give. You perfected the art of making space for people who didn't make space for you. You mistook consistency for commitment, believed that showing up again and again meant they would too. But loyalty isn't about enduring neglect. It's about mutual investment. You mistook the absence of conflict for connection, believed that smoothing over every rough edge meant you were loved. But love without truth is just polite company. You normalized the ache, believed this was just how relationships worked, that your worth was tied to how much you could give, even when it was one-sided. You equated walking away with betrayal, believed that setting a boundary meant you were the bad guy. So, you stayed, even when your soul craved space. But what if peace isn't about smoothing the edges for everyone else? What if real peace starts with honoring the edges of your heart? You fear what happens if you stop. If you stop making peace, will the conflict consume you? Will you be unlovable? That underneath, your worth was only ever tied to keeping the peace. You've worn the label of Peacemaker like a badge, not realizing it was also a cage that kept you tethered to people who took without giving, who hurt without accountability. You've learned that being difficult meant being rejected. So you swallowed your truth, you minimized your needs, you stayed even when your boundaries were crossed repeatedly. The truth is, the peacekeeping itself is the exhaustion, the defending, the excusing, the constant management of how you show up for people who barely show up for you. You've been told to be forgiving, to turn the other cheek. But what if forgiveness without reciprocity is what's keeping you from being truly valued? You've spent so long being the character everyone wanted, you've almost forgotten what it feels like to just be, to exist without a script, without needing to manage the peace of everyone else. What if making peace with others first meant making peace with yourself? What if the quietest act of rebellion was finally choosing you? You are not selfish. You are not broken. You are human. And being human means having needs, having feelings, having a right to exist without needing to earn love through endless sacrifice. Real love, real connection, isn't built on your sacrifice. It's built on mutual respect, exactly as you are, messy, complex, and whole. Healing is not about erasing the past. It's about integrating it, making peace with the part of you who learned to give endlessly, and giving her permission to rest, to receive, to be valued. You are allowed to be tired. You are allowed to be discerning. You are allowed to take up space without apology. You are allowed to give your peace sparingly, wisely, to those who earn it. This isn't about becoming someone cold. It's about remembering who you were before the world taught you that your peace was worthless unless given away freely. It's about coming home to yourself. You don't have to fix it all anymore. You don't have to excuse. You don't have to be perfect. You can start right where you are, honoring the part of you that's been waiting to choose better. Start listening again. To your body. To your boundaries. To that small voice that whispers, "This doesn't feel right." It's time to stop normalizing what harms you and start honoring what nourishes you. You are worthy of love exactly as you are, not for the peace you kept, but for the beating heart beneath it. Not for your sacrifice, but for your presence. Healing is not about erasing the past. It's about rewriting the story. Not to forget the pain of endless giving, but to understand its role and reclaim your power to choose where your peace lies. The burden you carried was never yours alone to bear. It was a weight placed upon you by a world that didn't understand. And now, It's time to lay it down. You are not broken. You are human. You are complex. You are worthy of love, support, and gentle healing, exactly as you are. If this resonated with you, you're not alone. Sometimes the deepest wounds are the quietest. For a gentle guide to help you identify, understand, and begin to heal these hidden parts of yourself, explore the link in the description.